Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer Stay. This is Coloring Bliss. It's 2023 and we want to start this year with a bang! Fireworks, all that going on. I'm so excited because we're going to celebrate two brands of color pencils that I adore. I've got Steve here with me because we have been working for weeks to get a special project pulled together for you. So excited. I've also got little Rose back there. She's wearing a little t-shirt, and at the end of the video I'm going to tell you a little bit about what Rose has been up to lately because she's had a busy few days. So let's talk now about what we have in store for you to start 2023 out with a bang. So what two brands of color pencils could we be talking about? You guys know I'm a Prismacolor girl, love my Prismacolor pencils, but if you put those to the side, what two brands would I be so excited about? And that we're going to give away one of them to you. I'm so excited. Okay, the two brands. First, the Derwent Lightfast. This is my giant box here, which I've taken all the pencils out of here and I have it in a case. I'm going to show you that in a minute. That's brand number one. Comment below, do you think I'm giving away the Lightfast or do you think I'm giving away the Caran Luminance? That's the second set. These two lines of pencils are high quality professional pencils and they're considered Lightfast. That means if you create a piece of art using these pencils, they should last, I think some of them say up to 100 years in museum quality standard conditions, right? So these two lines of pencils are considered for professionals. Beautiful pencils, full of color, amazing to work with, and extremely expensive. I feel very blessed that I have both full sets. I have them here in my cases. This is my Derwent set of pencils. We're going to talk about what are these paper clips doing here. We'll talk about that in just a second. And this case here now holds my beautiful Luminance pencils. More paper clips. What could those be for? We'll talk about that in just a minute. So to let you know, to get the suspense out of the way, what we're going to be giving you is a very interesting combination. I'm going to give one of you as a prize for our big 2023 giveaway the full set of the Caran Luminance pencils plus some extra Derwent Lightfast. So you're going to get this full set plus 12 pencils from the Derwent line, and I'll explain why 12 and what these 12 are here in just a few minutes. And I'm going to give you a Niji roll that holds 36 pencils. That number is very important. So we'll talk about why this holds 36. Well, I don't know why they hold 36, but I'm glad they do because it's perfect for what we have put together. Steve and I have been working to create 3 special books to help you. If you own the Luminance pencils, if you own the Derwent Lightfast pencils, if you own both of them, you are going to love us because we've put together the wonderful Tri-Tone Workbooks. Here, I'll grab this one right here to show you. This is my Tri-Tone worksheet book for the Tombow dual brush pens. We make these worksheet books for lots of different brands. So if you have a favorite brand in color pencils and markers, come and check out and see if we've already created a Tri-Tone worksheet book for that particular band. Let me show you what this book looks like real quick. Inside we have, let me move this. We have all kinds of resources for you. And I'm just going to flip through this really quickly because I don't want to spend too much time on this because we're going to be talking about what we've created for you for this giveaway. So in here we have all kinds of color theory tools.
Sorry, Jennifer, I did the wrong.
You can mess up the camera all you want, Steve, because that's what I usually do. But in here you can see we have all kinds of color theory tools to help you pick color schemes. One of the reasons we make this book is because we know one of the top problems people have with coloring is choosing their colors and choosing them confidently and being able to understand how certain colors go together. So a book like this that gives you some color theory knowledge is really important. Now you get back here into the Tombow section. So if you have Prismacolor pencils that you love, there's a book that has Prismacolor here instead. And every color is numbered for you from that brand. So 245 is the green that we use for this green, 173 for yellow green, and so on. It's all done for you. Now, we also have in this book some beautiful tri-tones. So here's a light, medium, and dark for green, yellow, all planned out for you. And then back here, there's some fun color wheels to sort of train your eye and help you understand how these colors work. This is a swatch strip if you have your tools in a book or like a case like I do right here. Could that be why I have little paper clips there?
I think it might be.
And then you get into here, and this is where you can choose your color scheme really confidently. So for instance, maybe you're coloring a page with beautiful yellow daisies and you want a color scheme that will really set off those beautiful yellow daisies. So you could come to the yellow color scheme page, and you're presented with a ton of different color schemes. In fact, the new color scheme books have even more color schemes on this page than what you're seeing here. This is the older version,
right?
But it's fully colored, so I love it because I have gone through and colored up all these color schemes. And then at the back, there's a place where you can swatch your entire set of tools and have a reference right here. Everything you need for that set of tools all in one book. That's what these books are. They take a ton of work to put together. Let me show you. One of the first things we have to do is get the pencils into a logical order based on the color wheel. And Rose is just really going to town.
She's shaking the camera.
It's good to see her moving around like this. I'll tell you at the end of the video why I'm happy to see her moving around like this. But wow. Well, okay. Are you done? You're adorable. We all love you. Okay, back to what we're doing here. So what we had to do first is we had to go through the entire sets of, I think Caran d'Ache we already had done, right? Getting the Luminance pencils into order. It was the Lightfast pencils. Or do I have that backwards?
No, we had done the Luminance, yeah.
Okay,
right.
So we had to go through and come up with an order, putting all the pencils. Look at all this. This is just a quick peek for you of the kind of work it takes. Look at this. This goes in this order like that to get all the pencils, and then we colored them all out one more time to see if we liked them and moved them around even more until you finally get them into an order that Steve and I think is the perfect order for the Lightfast pencils. And like I said, this is all based on the color wheel. Makes it quick and easy. This is the actual color wheel right here that we used to color match everything, and it's all in this beautiful order. So if you have these pencils, you need this book because it takes hours for us to get it into this order, and then once it's in the right order, you can understand where browns come in. Is it a reddish brown? Is it a yellowy brown? Is it a neutral brown that belongs back with the grays? It's so fascinating, and you can learn your tools really well. If you invest in these tools, you want to use them and use them to their full potential, and this tool will help you with that. Okay, so we did that for the Lightfast. We went through and we found all of the colors that we liked in the right order, and then we go through and we find a light, medium, and dark for every color on the color wheel. And that sounds so simple. Just go find a light, medium, and a dark violet, right? It's not so simple, and the problem is these really expensive lines of pencils are working within a parameter of being light fast. So sometimes there are gaps in what colors they can provide that fit that structure they have created, saying it's going to last 100 years. Not all pigments will do that, and so they can't make every color possible.
Yeah.
So what you're left with is a beautiful set of pencils with a few gaps. So some of them, for instance, you see how these are all set up in threes. 3, 3, 3, 3. Oh, 2. There's only 2 there. Only 2 there. Only 2 there. So sometimes there isn't a good full set of light, medium, and dark. The same can be said for the Lightfast line. If we look at my section here. Again, 3, 3. Oh, there's only 2 there. So sometimes we can't get a perfect light, medium, and dark. We did our very best. And with these 2 sets, we had to use some duplicates. Usually I try to get 36 standalone pencils, but in this case, sometimes we had to use a dark pencil in multiple places, for instance, or a light pencil in multiple places to make the light, medium, and dark possible. So what this presented us with is, could we take these 2 sets of pencils, the Caran d'Ache Luminance and the Derwent Lightfast, and put them together and create a light, medium, and dark tritone sets that uses the best of both sets of pencils. So not only did we create a worksheet book that is just for the Derwent Lightfast and one that's just for the Luminance by Caran d'Ache, we created a 3rd book. Let me show you the cover of that book. We don't have it printed yet because Steve literally just finished these books this morning. He's been working so hard. So here you can see we have the Luminance pencils, the Derwent Lightfast pencils, and a very special, I think this is the first time we've ever done this, combination version where we're putting 2 brands together. And that gives us a beautiful tritone chart that we're going to color up and see. I'm really excited to color these tritone charts. I want to look at the Luminance, the Lightfast, and I want to look at the combo and see how they all turned out, because it was a really fun process and I'm excited to see these beautiful colors. So what we're going to do now is dive in and do some swatching on these charts. This is a really special chart, like I said, has all 12 colors of the color wheel here with a light, medium, and dark for each color. So let's start coloring. Let's start with the Luminance. Okay. So what are all of these paper clips for? Well, one way I like to organize my pencils is in these cases. They're being sold under the name Global Art and Speedball is how you find these cases. And I'll put a link to this case in the video description if you're interested. But one reason I love these cases is because they organize pencils in sets of 3, which is perfect for our tritones. I can put the light, medium, and dark in here. And what I do, if you remember when we did the flip through of the book, they have that swatch chart inside that book that Steve
Swatch
has
strip,
that Steve has created for us. So what I do is I print out that swatch strip, color it up, and I've laminated them and done a little hole punch, and they hook onto the little paper clips. And so I have it set up here, all organized. This right here is my polychromo set, organized into the tritones, and has the number, what the color is. So when I'm picking my colors and I'm doing my daisy coloring page and it tells me to grab yellow and blue green, I can come in here really quick, find yellow, find blue green, grab those 3 pencils, and I'm coloring really fast. So it's a perfect way to organize this. I also usually keep an extra copy of the swatch chart so that I can refer to it and make sure everything gets reorganized the right way. I'm a little crazy about that, but because I keep them organized, my coloring is effortless and a lot of fun. So that's what these little paper clips are for. Swatching these Luminance pencils into their tritones is really exciting. I'm excited to see them. And one of the things Steve has created for each of these brands is some downloadable swatch charts.
Right. So Jennifer mentioned that we have gone through and taken the entire set of Luminance and the entire set of Derwent and put them in our own custom color wheel order.
The perfect order.
That's right. And so what I did is I made some swatch charts for you guys that we're offering for free, so that if you have the full set of Luminance, you can come and download this chart and see it in the order that we like. And the same goes for the Derwent Lightfast.
To color these swatch charts, I'm using a heavy pressure at the top of each of the rectangles. That way you can see the pigment in its really deep, full performance. And then I transition to a lighter pressure at the base of the rectangle, because you also want to see what you can create with this color at a very light pressure. Now in the oval or the ellipse, the combo test is being colored out by using Jennifer's rule of blending thirds. If you'd like to learn more about that, there's a link to a video where I teach you how to blend color pencils using that rule, and it works perfectly almost every time. Now, as you're watching me swatch the Lightfast pencils into their Tri-Tones, I wanted to mention these pages that you're seeing me work on right now. They're also available as a digital download, so you can print this off and have the Tri-Tones, but they have to be a member over at our website.
Right.
So there's a link in the video description that will take you over to our website, and all you need to do is become a paid member. It's just $5 a month, and you have access to our entire library of worksheets and coloring pages, and all kinds of resources are there. So please check that out. If you do have these sets of pencils, you need these charts. It's worth the $5 just to get the charts. Plus you'll have access to a ton of other charts and things, so it's totally worth the $5. A quick tip I would like to suggest to you is if you get the digital version of these swatch charts, make sure you print it onto a good color pencil paper. That way you'll be able to see your pencils perform at their peak. Now, if you decide to order the books from us printed from the Coloring Bliss print shop, these books will come already printed on our beautiful color pencil paper, so you'll be good to go and see your beautiful pencils at their best. Now you're watching me swatch the final of the 3 Tri-Tone pages here, and this is the magical combined one. I'm really excited to see this, and the cool thing about what you're seeing me swatch right now, you're going to have all 36 of these pencils if you win our giveaway. You'll have the full set of Luminance plus the additional 12 Derwent Lightfast pencils you need to create all 36 of these colors into these 12 Tri-Tones. It's so exciting. I can't wait for people to try this combination. We've never done this before.
Yeah.
Now, actually, we have combined different sets of pencils before. Black Widow is one example. They have a ton of different sets of pencils, not one complete set.
Right.
And then the other one is the Castle Arts. What were the 2 sets we combined?
The soft touch line with the pastel tints.
That's right. So we have combined before, but never crossing brands.
Right.
It's always been within the same brand. So that's our first attempt to cross brands.
Well, and what's cool to me is that basically it's creating the ultimate Lightfast.
Yeah.
You know, because the Luminance are Lightfast, Derwent Lightfast, or Lightfast. They can get confusing, but it's like this ultimate Lightfast combination.
Yeah, really pretty. Now, as I'm coloring the green swatch here, you can see that there are 3 different colors. 2 of them come from the Luminance line, and 1 of them is coming from the Derwent line. Now, Derwent did not have color numbers, which was really difficult to work with. So anytime you see just a color name and then a 3-letter color abbreviation, that's the Derwent Lightfast pencils. If you see a number, that corresponds to the Luminance line. As I've been working through these 3 worksheets and filling in all these beautiful colors, it reminds me that it's really important to take time to practice. Sometimes when we're coloring, we just want to dive in and work on our coloring page, but there is some very valuable time that can be spent practicing. For instance, on these charts, I'm practicing how to get a light, medium, and a dark pressure consistent in one little area. I'm practicing blends, and I'm getting used to the feel of the pencils. All of these skills are vital as you become a more proficient colorist. So take the time to work through worksheets like this. I promise you it won't be wasted time. Not only will you have a good resource to look back at, but your skills will improve as you go through each of the worksheets. All right, I just finished filling out the 3 worksheets. Took me about 2 hours, maybe a little bit longer than that to do it, but it was time well spent. Let me show you what we learned. I've got Steve here to look at it with us. Let's see. I did the camera right.
Good job.
All right, so here is what the Luminance looks like. And this is the 36 that we have chosen for the Luminance. Some of them are duplicates. Like, for instance, here we had to use dark cyanine green, number 719, 2 times. And down here we had to use dark indigo 639 3 times in order to fill out and get all the light, mediums, and darks needed.
I was really wondering how that was going to look.
Yeah, so as you're looking at these charts, my suggestion is to see if it tells a complete color story. Is there a good light, medium, and dark for each one? But as you look at the whole row, do the colors stand out from each other? For instance, yellow to yellow green. Do they look different? It shouldn't look the same. Yellow green to green. Here you can see one of the problems that we had with the Luminance pencils. The blue to blue violet are very, very similar. Let me bring it up to camera a little closer so you can see how similar those tritones are. So this is, showing us why this combination between these 2 high-end brands was a good idea. You'll see the final one how much better it is.
So funny looking at him. I'm feeling that frustration all over again. Like the no light yellow that was very good. It didn't match. And
yeah. So it's not perfect, but if all you have is the Luminance set, that's amazing that you have the Luminance pencils. And these 36 colors, these tritones, will help you organize them. Okay, let's look at the next one now. This is the Derwent Lightfast. This over here. Okay, so if we look at Derwent Lightfast, again, you want to look at each color individually. Do we have a good light, medium, and dark? And as a story, how does it work? Does it flow well from color to color? So if you look at it, down here we struggled. The difference between these 2 colors isn't huge. We've got 2 wheats being used and 2 grass greens, and up here in the greens, it's kind of the same problem we had with blues over with the Luminance. The Lightfast pencils, yellow green, they had almost no yellow greens.
Yeah.
This was the closest thing we had to a yellow green. So we tried to push it yellow-green by changing the darks and the mid-tone, but the 2 greens are
and those
virtually
blue
identical.
violets. And,
these had a hard time too.
I noticed they're kind of similar. They struggle in the same areas, and I think maybe what you said is correct, that it probably has something to do with the Lightfast pigments.
Yeah, the pigments are tricky. Another problem I had, which I'll just mention to you, is with pale peach. If you own the Derwent Lightfast pencils, I would love to know if you're having trouble with your pale peach. It's got something, it's like they didn't mix it well, and ever so often something dark pops up. And I know it wasn't...
I noticed that when I was testing.
Yeah, it doesn't have to do with a contamination from a crumb from somewhere else, because I was being very careful, and it happened again right there at the bottom. So comment below, do you have pale peach problems?
Sounds fun.
Okay, but otherwise, like I said, if you own the Lightfast pencils, That's amazing. And here are 36 colors for you so that you can work with them better and get the most dynamic colors out of them as you're working with them. But now the good stuff. This is the combination. We think it's a great idea to put these together because look how much better. So again, look at them individually and then look at them as a story. So here we finally have two different greens. The blues are still pretty close, but they're better. They're standing out from each other better now, so I like that. And then down here, these are beautiful. This line is beautiful. This is probably the hardest part right here because we finally have a yellow-green and a green, but these two are very similar. The way I would fix that is throw some red in here. That would work really well. Grab your Derwent red and throw a little bit of red in, not a lot, because that Derwent red is such a potent color.
I love that color.
Just a kiss of it will make it lean a little more violet. So that's how I would fix that in a real coloring situation. So you can tell, like I said, whether you have a Luminance or a Lightfast pencil because the Luminance pencils have numbers and the Lightfast numbers are letters. And Steve assigned those. How did you do that, Steve?
Yeah, just so it doesn't totally confuse you. I mean, I can't remember. I had like mountain green, so I was trying to do the first two letters
Of the first word.
and then the last one of, and then I figured out where there were overlaps and I had to break that rule. And so when you see those letters, look at the names.
Yeah, like right here.
When you can.
Salmon, S-A-L, Derwent Red, D-R-E, Raisin, R-A-I. I think it's a great thing he did. It helps with our charts and I think it's smart. I think they should have done something like that anyway.
I wish they had numbers. Yeah. So you have to have our chart to be able to decode it.
So let me show you now what it looks like when you put the two sets together. So I found a Niji roll in my stash that I could use, an older Niji roll. You can see I have all 36 pencils. 12 of them are the Derwent Lightfast. So you can tell they are the ends, it's really hard to tell. But if you look down here, the wording is black on the Lightfast pencils and the wording is white on the Luminance pencils. So 24 out of the 36 were the Luminance and 12 to help support those, and some of them are complete colors like this Derwent, the red. We used that full Tri-Tone from the Lightfast pencils. So that's the combination. It's so cool. So you can use these pencils 3 different ways: on their own with the support of the worksheets, or you can use them side by side or as a combination. They work really pretty together as you color and blend with them. They come together beautifully, so that's not an issue. And you'll know you've got some really high-end professional Lightfast pencils when you work with these. And what I'm super excited about is that one of you gets to win the full set of the Caran Dash Luminance pencils. It'll be a box like this, and you'll get the entire set. Like I said, there were 24 of the 36 were Luminance, so that's why we decided to get you the full set of Luminance. Now, to support this set of Luminance pencils, we ordered individually all 12 of the pencils you need to fill out the combination Tri-Tones. Isn't that cool? So you're going to have all Luminance plus the 12 you need out of the Derwent Lightfast. And then we got you your own Niji roll so that you can set it up just like you saw me set mine up. So you have all 36 quick, easy access ready to go. Now we're also going to include this book right here. It will be an actual book, not just a sheet from the cover, but the Luminance and Lightfast combination book, printed on our beautiful color pencil paper. That will be part of the prize as well. So all together, all these prizes, it comes together to $340 prize. And it's open to everyone, whether you're international or in the United States, you are welcome to enter. So follow the link in the video description to find a way to enter. There's lots of ways to enter. And Today is January 4th, 2023. That's the first day of the giveaway, and we're going to take it for 3 weeks, so plenty of time for everybody to get all their entries in. So that means the end of the giveaway will be on January 25th, and we'll announce the winner via email on January 26th. I think this is the perfect way to celebrate the beginning of a year with a big giveaway. Don't you think, Steve?
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you want to see another video about these kinds of pencils, the Derwent Lightfast and the Luminance, Caran Luminance, we had a head-to-head battle where we put them head-to-head to see which one would win. So I'll put a link to that video in the description so you can go watch that and learn even more about these pencils if you're interested in purchasing them. Now, we wanted to give you a quick update on little Rose, who is fast asleep. Little Rose has been doing well. Back on Mother's Day 2022, Rose fell. It was an accident, and she broke her back and lost movement in her whole hindquarters. But thanks to some very gifted surgeons and a lot of prayers, she has recovered. She doesn't have full mobility in her back right leg, so she kind of runs like two front legs and then the back legs move as one together. It's very adorable. And sometimes when she's walking on slippery surfaces, that little back leg just sort of gives out and slips away. But she's doing really good. She's happy and she's healthy. She's been licking her legs a little bit too much. We think she's just a little obsessed with them right now. So that's why she's wearing a cute little pajama. I'll sit her up here in a second so you can see her in her pajamas. And then yesterday we took her to the vet and she had 2 teeth pulled. So she's recovering from that, which she did beautifully. The surgery went well, and now she should be even healthier and hopefully eat better. She's been a little finicky lately, and we wonder if she had a sore tooth.
Yeah.
So that's our update on Rose. Hey Rose, would you like a treat? Let me get the treat bag out and see if we can wake her up. Rosie, look. She looks so cute in her little pajamas. We'll give her, these are very, very soft treats. They break really easy, so they're perfect for her with her recovering from her surgery. And her teeth are just shiny and white now and pretty. Yeah, you're a pretty girl. Thanks for sitting up. You want to shake? Oh, thank you. All right, well, thank you for joining me for this video. I'm going to give Rose another treat and get her down and take good care of her. And I hope all of you have a wonderful, colorful, blissful day. Good luck with the giveaway, everyone. Bye-bye. Happy 2023.